in U.S. history have women been required to register for the draft, but this could change with the Senate's version of the National Defense Authorization Act. There hasn't been a military draft since 1973, but it's mandatory for all American men to sign up when they turn 18. The bill in the Senate would require women to register for selective service. The argument for women being a part of the draft comes from experts who say it's, quote, necessary and fair to make the draw of talent unified in the event of a national emergency. Reaction to the bill has been mixed.
They're talking about involuntarily drafting women. I'm totally opposed to that. I'm also worried about the expansion of the draft.
This is not about combat. It is about their opportunity to serve.
The House version of the bill does not include drafting women, but it would automatically register men to keep them from skipping out. Never in U.S. history mandatory for all American men to sign up when they turn 18. The bill in the Senate would require women to register for...
Shalom, call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful scattered abroad. And real quick, my name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. Shalom to 140,000, but the 144,000 Salakia. But real quick, I'm short on time. I just want to, bring out this report real quick as we see these things happening in the earth. We have to report on these things because these are the signs of the times. All right, and here we are. They just came out. First of all, the petrodollar, deal collapsed or expired. And then sure enough, like a week later, a couple days later, that they put out this this information that they're going to be automatically enrolling males in the draft, okay, to be drafted for war. And that was automatically. Before, when you turn 18, you had to register. If you register to vote, then you have just registered for the draft. But this one is going to be, it's going to be automatic. So if you are a young man, here in America, you probably just graduated. You just had graduations. People in college, people, going off to, play sports. You're automatically enrolled to be drafted to war. So when this draft does come, they're going to draft you. But now they're saying, the first time ever in history, they're going to start, which is being considered right now, where they want to draft women as well. All right, and you women want it to be equal to men. Well, guess what? Now you're about to find out what it means to be a man. It says, Revelation chapter 11, verse 14, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And we are in a time of great death and destruction and war, man. Okay, we are in that time. Okay, and it is inevitable that World War III is going to start. America has to go to war because of the whole petrodollar thing. They're trying to keep that power. So in them trying to keep that power, they have to go to war. And now they're saying they're going to even draft you women. And as they said, the draft expansion, because it's not just 18 to 26. They're going to just like in Ukraine. Look what happened in Ukraine, right? They had a draft, and a lot of the men died. Majority of those men that was in Ukraine died. All right. Well, guess what? When those men died, they went and got the older men, and then after they got the older men and those men died, then they started drafting women. All right, and that's what's coming to America as well. And if you get drafted in this war, you ain't coming back. All right, you ain't coming back in the coffin with the folded American flag on it. You ain't coming back. You're gonna be turned into topsoil over there. All right. So let me grab this. It says Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse That's not it. Let me go here. It says Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Getting right to the point, it says, verse 3, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. We're coming into a time to kill, okay? This is the time that we're coming into. It's going to be a time to kill. Jumping down to verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And we're not no longer in a time of peace. We are in a time of war, where they're planning on sending you women out there, and you women, no woman is a warrior, okay? No woman is a warrior. You are not created to be a warrior, all right? And if you go over there, a lot of you will end up getting ravished, man, All right, you got something called prisoners of war, where the enemy can capture you, lock you up, tie you up, and pretty much hold you captive, and then over there they be torturing people and doing all kind of shit to people. So these devils can do that to you. All right, they can have you over there locked up, a prisoner of war, and guess what they're gonna be doing over there? Popping you. All right, so it's gonna get ugly out here. Let me grab this right here, because also this third world war is gonna be fought with nuclear missiles. So they're gonna get you over there just for World War III to, World War III has already started, put it like that. But the way it's going to end is nuclear annihilation. They're gonna get you all the way over there to blow you up. Okay, pretty much. It says Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this war shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So that's what's coming. This place is gonna be with burning and fuel of fire, and this is what the prophets. I said in my last video concerning this draft, man. They're going to get you women too. Okay. You got all these trannies, and let me grab that real quick, because let me see. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 verse Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 28. It says, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes and the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. It says, and the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of Yahawah shall be performed against Babylon. And the Lord's purpose for that's going to be formed against Babylon is its destruction. So these nations are getting ready for war, and then they're going to jump up against Babylon. And these globalists, these ruling elites, they're going to send the American youth over there to die while they hide out, in a bunker somewhere. And it's gonna be chaos here in America as well. It says, for every purpose of the Lord is to be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. So America is going to be desolate without inhabitant. There's going to be no people over here. It's going to be completely destroyed when those nukes get shut off. America is going to be desolated. It says, verse 30, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. These men in America don't want to fight. They ain't thinking about going to war. They're thinking about being famous, being dancing on TikTok. They're thinking about shaking hips on TikTok, man. All right, so they're not ready to fight. But not to mention that they're not, war ready. Okay, you motherfuckers are weak, soft. It says they have remained in their holds. Their might have failed, and the American military has failed in its might, man. I saw a video recently. I believe it was the U.S. Navy, and you had a guy. It was an ad, and it was a guy who was shooting a gun, who was posing to shoot a gun, but the damn scope was on backwards, man. And it was a big thing all over social media about it, how the scope was on backwards, and they say, "Yep, this is your American military showing you that they ain't ready, man." All right, and these are the nations they're calling America's bluff. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna nuke this bitch. It says they became as women, and you have men that are literally becoming as women. Okay, calling themselves transgender and stuff like that. But also you got these women that's gonna be over there. Be back in a day, aforetime, only men could join the military. Now you got women in the military. Okay, and they're gonna be screaming and hollering. All you're gonna hear is a bunch of screaming and hollering. It says, and you got fine as women in the military. And when them women go in the military, what happens when they go over there? They go over there and they get popped. They get, brutalized and stuff, man. There's so many stories about that. I always hear stories about that, about women that go to the military and they get, popped, willingly or unwillingly. It says, they became as women, they have burned their dwelling places, her bars are broken, right? And that's the military might of America has been broken. It's been, nobody give a damn about America's military anymore. The world used to tremble in fear at America's military. Now they're like, hey, bring it, try us. Okay, we see y'all over there twerking, You got men, you know, with weaves on and talking. You got men in the military. I believe one of the top military generals is a bald head transgender. Okay, so needless to say, this place is through. It's going to be destroyed, and this right here just shows you how bad it's going to get. All right. There's another one. There's another one. Let me see. This is uh I'm gonna bring this out real quick. It says this is Second Ezra chapter 16 verse 31. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them to search their houses with the sword. It says, I mean, people going in your house, you know, rummaging through your houses. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgins shall mourn, having no husbands, and the women shall mourn, having no. So like the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands, and their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So that's what's coming. All right, so it is gonna be still. They're not gonna draft all you women, obviously. It's gonna be a lot of women still over here. You women that's already you know, registered in the military, you know, on and you're off duty right now. They gonna grab you up, say, hey, you gotta go fight. You gotta go fight for your country, you know. And then a lot of these women that's here, they ain't gonna have men, because they men gonna get drafted off. You know, your baby daddies and your Pookies and Ray Rays gonna get drafted off. Niggas gonna go over there and get turned to topsoil. And you women gonna be over here getting ravished by these damn UN troops. You know, it's gonna be all bad. All right, it's gonna be all bad. But this is the spirit of YAHAWASHI, and the prophets have been warning you about this. So, with that being said, I'm saying shalom. I'm coming sure Allah, blah blah blah. Praise us to edify to for life. Shalom. Salakia, and I just want to say this real quick, man, before I close this up. We may go back into it some more tomorrow, but watch, okay, you brothers, be careful out there. You're gonna have a lot of these women that all of a sudden want to get pregnant. You know, bitch done had 4, 5, 6 abortions. Now she all of a sudden want to have a baby. Now she all of a sudden want to start a family. You know, so you have a lot of these women that's gonna try to get pregnant to try to avoid the draft. And that probably be the only way they can avoid the draft for the most part. But all of a sudden, you know, you got all these OnlyFans women, these modern women. They're gonna start trying to become more traditional. They're gonna you know, like I said, they're gonna try to get pregnant, man. Everybody gonna want to get pregnant. All right, so just be mindful, man, because we in that time where things about to change drastically, and that's gonna make you know, in a time of war, you know, everybody reverts back to their gender roles. You know, you got women that's gonna want to go back to being women, and men that's going. Well, a lot of these men going try to be women to avoid the draft, but now they saying they drafted these women too. You know, so that's one thing that makes, you know, people get back into you know, making babies. What happened after what was that, World War II? You had the baby boomers. Okay, you had people come back from the war, you know, and even before the war, what they was doing was you know, making babies. All right, they was making babies, man. So that's the time that we coming into again, where a lot of these women, and I don't know why they got this. My woman up here, let me see. A lot of these women, you know, career women are going to leave their careers. They're going to leave their, their feminism, and they gonna want to be women again. All right, remember that song? Anything you can do, I can do better. Well, you women gonna have to, you know, do it better. All right, now you get an opportunity to show how much of a man you really are, you know, or how much of a man you think you are. You will have your chance, your opportunity to go out there and fight. All right, and yeah, you know, so these same women are gonna be the ones talking about, oh no, I'm with child, I can't go to war, you know. So that right there is just a twist in the plans of Yahweh, and that's Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI twisting the plans of these modern women. They think they're gonna be, you know, a boss bitch and this, that, and the third, and oh, I don't need a man. Okay, we gonna see. And all of a sudden, you gonna find out the importance of a man, and you're gonna have less women trying to be men. You know, all your you know, these studs and stuff. Yeah, they sending y'all ass off to war, man. All right, you people that's in college, you going to war. If you want to get your degree, you got to fight in a war. All right, so these things are showing you the time that we're in. This is a time of war, not a time of peace, a time of hate, and not a time of love. It's going to be a lot of chaos here, and a lot of these women that go over there, you're going to end up getting pregnant. All right, you're going to end up pregnant. Somebody going to pop you. You know, if a man goes out to war, he ain't thinking about the consequences of my actions. I'm thinking about, I got to make sure I get out of here and survive. And any day you could die. So if you see something that you like out there, they're gonna take it. That even happens when these countries go into war into these other countries. You know, when they went into Afghanistan and Iraq, there was, you know, there was reports and stuff of them, you know, ravishing those women. You know, you have a family, you know, in one of them little huts over there, and these U.S. soldiers would go in there, you know, tie the man up, beat the man up, and, you know, ravish the woman, you know, in front of their children. So all that shit is coming back to America too. You can say how you should hear cries from these houses, man. All right, you know how you see in the movie somebody go in the house, you know, you hear a bunch of screaming, then you see the flashes of the gun. That's the time we're coming into. But I just want to, you know, add that part in before I close this video. Like I said, we might go into it more tomorrow through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. The spirit take us into it, man. We're gonna go into it. But this right here shows you what time we're in. And everybody thought it was a joke, it was a game, it was cool. Oh, you know, they laughed and scoffed and mocked the prophets, but everything the prophets have told you and been telling you, starting with the head elders and apostles, great millstone on down, is coming to pass. It's happening. It's playing out. So we shall see. Shalom. Double honors my future elders and apostles, great millstone.